All right, we're just gonna go for it because I keep trying to film a video at home and it's just not happening. So I have some free time at work right now. I'm in my office sitting on the floor. We're just gonna go with it. I wanted to give an update about my caffeine-free journey. I am well over 2 weeks in. The last video I posted, I was only day 3 and the withdrawals were crushing me a bit that day. Not to be over dramatic, but I didn't feel great. But then things got better as each day went by. And I am happy that I've made it through 2 weekends of no caffeine, no coffee whatsoever. I was thinking the weekends were going to be tough for me because, I like a leisurely Saturday and making a whole pot of coffee. And that's where I was getting into trouble with drinking way too much on the weekend because you have the pot of coffee at home and then maybe you go out and you find yourself a little iced coffee or you go check out a fun coffee shop and get a latte. And I do miss that stuff. I But I've realized through this whole process of cutting out caffeine is that I don't need it. I'm actually really grounded in that choice of not drinking coffee anymore. So I'm sticking with it. I know I'm still very much early on. I'm not one of these other YouTube videos where they're a year past. Maybe I'll be making one in a year saying that I'm still caffeine free, but I'm glad I'm doing this. It just has made such a difference already. And yeah, I crave coffee taste. So, and I do like the ritual of have something warm in the morning. So I've been using herbal tea and I've been drinking tea chino, which I recommend checking out. It's kind of got a coffee vibe to it. It's not 100%, well, it's not coffee at all. It's herbal tea, completely caffeine free, and I'm liking it. I'm liking it. It took me a little bit to be like, this isn't strong enough like coffee, but I'm I don't know, I'm enjoying it. So all that to say is that if you're kind of thinking about giving up coffee or cutting out caffeine, yeah, the beginning does suck because you're going to have legit withdrawals. But if you can make it through that, I would say make it through it just out of the curiosity of what you're going to feel like. What has really, no, I don't know if shocked me, but it's really made me like, wow, I didn't know I could sleep this well. I thought I was already sleeping okay. I wasn't really having much trouble with sleep, I thought. But now without caffeine, my sleep and my sleep is deeper and my dreams are very vivid. And I look forward to going to sleep. I'm like, what am I going to dream tonight? And then waking up really rested, not groggy or out of it. Yes, I've been tired because work has been busy and, commuting and living in the city. It's can be draining if you're sensitive like I am, where I'm like, gosh, it's just go, go, go here in the city. But really, the caffeine, I think I was kind of coming off of caffeine when I would wake up in the morning and then immediately need that caffeine in the morning to get me going. And it was just this cycle of always having some sort of caffeine in my system. And now that it's completely out, I'm more in touch with my body's natural rhythm and natural energy, which is really something I wanted to tap into and not be always running on something like caffeine. I I just wanted to see what I'm really like without it. And I'm I'm sorry, I'm very distracted because this chair is so gross. I need to, this is, anyway. Okay, stop. So yeah, I wanted to see who I was behind the caffeine. And so if that's of interest to you, yes, I was also kind of experiencing what I thought was caffeine related, like a little more racing heart, some anxiety, feelings of anxiety. I just think ever since I was a kid, I've been a tense person. I hold a lot of tension in the body, and I'm very hard on myself. And I'm like this perfectionist and almost got a little bit of like obsessiveness about certain things. And I think the caffeine too was kind of highlighting those aspects of me and making me feel very mm, like I've always got to be doing something, or I'm stressed about something, or something's not right and I got to get it right, and just being really obsessive in that way. And since getting off caffeine, I found that I am coming to a place of more calm and taking more of a pause in between one thing to the next. And what I really wanted to start, I don't know if the working on or just being more aware of, is my reaction to everything and not being so reactionary. And I think when you're hopped up on caffeine, you're like, ah, you know. And I'm not saying once I got rid of the caffeine, I'm this, namaste, peaceful Zen master over here. But I think it's helped. And I think it's going to continue to kind of allow me to get back to my natural rhythm and energy, the energy that comes from within, not from something like caffeine. It's my actual energy. And then riding, the little dips and peaks and valleys throughout the day. And if I'm tired, I'm tired. And if, I take a rest. And if I feel really productive and focused, I ride that wave. And it's not needing to be fueled or dictated by caffeine. So that's been really refreshing to experience. And so I want to keep going because, like I said, it's been a little over 2 weeks, but I can't even imagine 6 months, 3 months, 6 months to a year, no caffeine at all. I know I can do it because I haven't really been going, oh, I miss coffee. The first time I tried this, I was being a crybaby the whole time. Like, I want coffee. Something shifted within me this go around of, okay, I really want to do this. And there's a bigger, deeper reason as to why. And I think the biggest reason and the deeper reason beyond the physical benefits was I'm still on this journey of to my true self. And I had this sense that caffeine was still masking who I truly am and how I react and relate and interact with this physical world. And it's hard to tell who you truly are if you have something like caffeine driving you. And some people may watch this going, my gosh, what are we talking about here? You weren't on heroin, you weren't on cocaine. But some people look at caffeine like it is a drug, it is a substance. And it can be pretty hardcore for people to quit. I mean, if I guess the test is cut it completely cold turkey and see what your withdrawals are like, then you kind of know, ooh, I had quite the dependency on this. For me, I don't look at it as that hardcore of a drug like heroin or cocaine, but other videos I've watched, they kind of are like, yeah, caffeine's pretty much the devil. So, um, I don't know if I necessarily will demonize caffeine like that. I will just say it's really nice to not be dependent on it like with anything else. And it's also really interesting to just see myself feel more grounded and calm throughout my day, but also still really focused and productive. I've noticed that once I got past the withdrawals, I'm not I'm not fatigued like I would be if I was still drinking coffee in the morning. I would get like a crash in the afternoon and just get real groggy. I have moments of being tired, but I notice that my energy is sustained pretty even throughout the whole day until it's time to go to bed, and then I go to bed and I do it all over again. And I found that I've been very productive and focused more than ever. So I'm not trying to convince anybody here that they should give it up. I just thought I would give an update because it's been a while and I said I would give an update. And yeah, I know I got real deep in the last video, just spiritual talk about are you the body? And if you're not the body, then who are you? And I'm still working through that myself. I This journey to the true self is just that. It's a journey, and I don't know if you necessarily ever get to complete realization of the true self because you live in this physical existence and there's so much externally distracting you or pulling you away from that journey. And that's, I think, needed though to then strengthen your journey and your walk even more to the true self. And this this caffeine thing was just one more piece of the journey that I needed to look into because I've been so distracted in the morning about I got to have that cup of coffee and always looking forward to the next cup of coffee instead of looking forward to just being present here in the moment with myself, capital S, myself, or if I'm with other people, just being present with that person across from me. The presence is really nice, just not thinking about the past and not striving for some made up future. But it's interesting because it's not like I don't want to make plans or have goals or be ambitious. I think coffee or caffeine puts you in this mode of like productivity and striving and always going, going, going. And then when you take that out, a lot of people are like, then what's it all matter? They lose that drive, that sense of purpose almost. I have heard caffeine be described as a purpose driven substance. And yeah, that's true. I got into coffee, early on, or caffeine. I probably have been on all my life because you think as a kid you drank soda and there's caffeine in soda, but coffee for me, like as a personal trainer, fitness person, has been a big part of that identity. And you got to have that coffee, and you got to like hit the gym and be caffeinated all the time to be go go go. And when you take that away, what kind of trainer are you going to be? What kind of personal trainer, what kind of coach are you going to be if you're not amped up? So that's been um, an interesting part of this whole experiment or experience. But yeah, I don't want to ramble in too many directions. I just wanted to give the update that I'm doing great off the caffeine, and I'm plan on keeping it going. Just gonna go one day at a time, just really enjoying my sleep, my better sleep. Really no heart racing, maybe a palpitation here or there, but nothing out of the control. And then the one that was really bugging me was just feeling anxious, just anxiety, and any weird fluctuation in my body I would focus on and then make it even worse and get anxious around that. That has seemed to dissipate, or if a little anxiety comes up, like when I say that, I'm I was getting feelings of knots in my stomach or like a tight throat, just any sensation like that. Now I don't fixate on it and I just move on with my day and let it go. And I think just the less caffeine and like stimulant in my system, or no stimulant at all in my system, has really been um, beneficial overall. So I no complaints, and everybody's different. So withdrawals can take longer for people depending on how much caffeine you were taking in every day. I was drinking pretty much 2 cups, probably over 400 milligrams of coffee a day. Just it was my morning routine. But then, like I said, on the weekend, I'd get a little crazy, a little wild, and drink it like all day on Saturday and Sunday. So everybody's different. Everybody's body's going to respond differently. And I guess if you're kind of still searching up videos of should you quit caffeine and the benefits of quitting, I would say try it. What is it going to hurt? Try it. Uh, go through the withdrawal. It's not, it's like, to me. I mean, I like feeling good. Who doesn't? So withdrawals, I'm the rip the band-aid type person. Like I said in my last video, I just went cold turkey. But you can taper. There's strategies to just taper it down if you're not wanting to get boom hit in the face with heavy withdrawal symptoms. But everybody's different, and it, could take time for some of you. If you are like, this is it, I got to do this, be kind to yourself. I said in the last video, let the body do what it's going to do during that time. It's trying to basically recalibrate what it's like without caffeine. So just give yourself grace, give the body grace, patience, presence, awareness, kindness. Like I said, anything like a sports injury, because I've been talking about my shoulder, which is doing great too. Everything's positive. It's so good. Um, but anytime you are facing an injury or an illness or going through self-induced caffeine withdrawal, take it as an invitation to go inward. And you're like, what does that mean, Lauren? What does going inward mean? It's connecting with the true self, but also getting to know yourself differently. I'll say it, I'll just end it there because that can go in so many ways. And I don't want to tell you exactly what that means to go inward. Just be present with yourself. Close your eyes, focus on your breathing, shut out the noise, turn off YouTube, um, turn off the phone, and just be present with yourself. Okay, that's my update. I plan to post a video as much as I feel called to. How about that? Okay, love you guys. Peace.